Greetings to my team of 144, all Starseeds, Lightworkers, and Way Shores. It is 519-2019 at 1219 a.m. It's just after midnight on the 19th here of May 2019. The energies are very intense, brothers and sisters. The full moon in Scorpio is high in the sky, as beautiful as ever, and quite a sight to see. I'm sure you're feeling these energies in your own way. The intense waves coming in. I want to share a couple quick stories, a couple quick events, and then read a transmission from Natalia Alba from StarSeedSoul.com. Last night was a very intense night. Around 11:11 p.m. I went into a deep state of unconscious, went deep into the unconscious, and came to around 12:12 a.m. and stepped outside. It was like I was in one of my visions in the past when I visited my nephew James on the other side in the higher realms. A quick recap: my nephew James, my sister got pregnant at the age 14 and gave birth to my nephew at 15. I was about 12 years old, and he was a true gift of life. I was a tortured soul at that time and in deep darkness, and this beautiful baby brought much joy to my life. I would carry him around on my shoulders. I remember we were very poor, single mother raising 5 children, and he would crawl around in his little cloth diapers. She couldn't even afford the disposable ones. And I would make him laugh and laugh until he turned blue in the face. It would just bring me so much joy to hear his little laughter. And he was one of my best friends in this life, and a real joy, a real blessing. He passed several years ago in his sleep. And a couple years after that, that was 1 or 2 years ago. Now the time is so spatial, it's hard to tell anymore. A day or a week, a month, a year. But in this vision, as I astrally traveled to see him, he was in the higher realms, but he had manifest my back porch where we spent many days, evenings. And I hugged him and said, how much I missed him and loved him, and he said the same. And we were looking up at the sky, and these beautiful rainbow clouds of all multicolors and multi-dimensions were manifesting, and I said just how beautiful it was there. And he just looked at me and smiled and was like, he said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." So last night, when I came out of this deep state, as I walked onto my back porch, it was like walking into that scene again. I felt his presence, and I felt the love, and I saw the lights in the sky, and then had a very powerful vision about 1:44 in the morning as I went to sleep or laid in my bed. I went into a deep altered state, and I became conscious, and when I did, these rainbow waves of colors were coming into my consciousness. Now, I had my eyes closed, but I felt my avatar, the body in this realm, but I was seeing from the higher realms these very vibrant, brilliant colors coming in and filling my field, the most vibrant, beautiful colors, and within those colors the sparkles of white light, and then massive codes. We have another kitty outside that's trying to speak. Let me see if I can find him. So as these codes were coming in, all these downgrades and downloads were coming in. And very intense energies, and I saw these codes and the very vibrant, colorful energies coming in, and I was in between two worlds. I felt the physical 3D realm where my body still was, and then the higher dimension, the 4D, 5D, where my higher self was. And it was a simultaneous, it was like being in two worlds at once. And I felt my right hand on my lower dantian, and my left hand on my middle dantian. Lower dantian like the stomach, middle dantian the heart center. Dantian mean elixir field in Chinese. That's how it's been translated, but it's really like a chakra. And there's three: the lower, the middle, the upper, for body, mind, spirit, past, present, future. And each dantian has three, and the one in the middle is the true dantian. So you can kind of visualize it as a vertical figure 8, two layered on top of each other. So it's like a double helix, a double toroidal field, or two figure 8s stacked on top of each other. The upper one, the lower sphere, overlaps the lower one's upper sphere, creating the Trinity. So these energies are getting very intense. Many people are experiencing these rainbow energies, these rainbow waves, especially at night. That was the fourth night in the last week and a half or so, where these codes were coming in, and they're getting more complex, more detailed. And they're upgrading our DNA. They're upgrading our double strand to the 12 crystalline strands. And then today, I met with a friend, my Romanian brother of the light, Ionel. We've been friends for about 20 years, and once a week I have a guitar lesson with him, and he brought his angelic 6-year-old daughter with him today, and she is a little angel of light. And he was laughing because he said on the way driving there, she said she has to get Paul because he's not from the earth. We just laughed, and I said, yeah, you didn't know that yet, brother? And she came running up to me, this little angel, and hugged me, and she always says, I miss you, Paul, even if it's a week, a month, several months. And I just look at her she brings so much joy with her big smile and beautiful, bright eyes, and I think, how could something be so precious in this realm? It's like when I look into the eyes of deity Kitty, Wicket, those golden eyes, and you just feel this presence of something beyond, something so precious that it's beyond words. It's like looking into the eyes of God or Source. So we're grateful for these times that we're having, the great beauty that is in this realm. You know, Krishnamurti would say God is the great beauty and the great sword in this, because there is no separation. You can't have the light without the dark, and the dark without the light, or the black without the white without the black. That's the yin and the yang. The duality of the manifestation of this experiment, of this experience. It's like Buckminster Fuller used to say, live life like an experiment. Try new things, experiment with your thoughts, experiment with your visions, try new things. And it's like Carlos Castaneda's teacher, shaman, master that would teach him to break routines, you know, because it's the routines that keep us trapped in the mundane and keep us at those lower frequencies. It's when you step outside the box, when you step outside your comfort zone, when you break routines and try new things, that's how you expand your consciousness and how you see from a different angle. So about these rainbow energies coming in, the seafood that I train with is a rainbow body master. Now this is alchemy. When you hear rainbow body, you can look up Guru Rinpoche. That's Rinpoche, Rinpoche. He was a rainbow body master that attained rainbow body at his death. Basically, it's alchemy. It's when they say transforming lead to gold, it symbolized transforming physical matter to light body. So as Guru Rinpoche was sitting in his death pose, like the high lamas and gurus of Tibet, India, Nepal, of the East do, and their disciples come to say their last praises or their last, give their last gifts and love. They get to visit him, and on the third day, I believe, his disciples saw Guru Rinpoche emanating rainbows from his dantians. You can see it. One of them did a painting of it. You can see it. If you do a Google search, look at images, Guru Rinpoche, and the rainbows were radiating out in its spirals from his three dantians, and then there was a flash of light, bright light, and he disappeared. His avatar disappeared, and what was left was some of his robe, bone, and ash, and the disciples ground up what was left there, and they turned it into little pills. And then when you became a disciple of that lineage, which my seafood did in the past, that you would consume one of those little pills, and the energy of the guru was transmitted into the avatar of the new disciple. Now there's been many rainbow body masters in the last several thousand years, but my Sifu says that only 1% of the population every 100 years is even allowed to attain it, based on certain codes and based on certain laws, you can say. The laws of this realm, the laws of the Matrix, because that's freedom from the Matrix. And the construct of the Matrix does not want everyone to be free. But that's all changing. We are shifting. We're shifting to the new earth, to the golden age, where that potential is shifting. Their experiment is ending. The quarantine is lifting. So pretty much every spiritual tradition, every mystical spiritual practice has their own form of rainbow body. They call it different names, like indestructible diamond body, the coat of many colors, the body of Ra. There's many names. So when I think of these rainbow waves coming in, I think of the light, that still white magnetic light that emanates the 7 colors of the electromagnetic spectrum, which is when we raise our frequency of our avatar to those higher realms. As we return to that still white magnetic light, that's when the rainbow body is activated. The rainbow energy, as we shift back to that pure white light of bliss. And then we take the avatar with us. We don't leave it behind so that we don't have to relive the story. It's freedom from the cycle of birth and death. It's freedom from the matrix. And it is what we are all aspiring to do. It is why we all came here. So Godspeed, brothers and sisters of the light. Keep going within into that still white magnetic light until you become still like a mountain. Your mind becomes still, your body becomes still, your soul becomes still, and the internal dialogue stops. The world ends, and you merge with the unknowable consciousness, or the unborn mind of Buddha. That is when you consume the whole universe, and you become that 0 point energy, the vital life force of the whole universe. Transmits and flows through your avatar. So these energies of the full moon today in Scorpio, the blood moon, not the blood moon, where am I going with this? It's the blue moon. Blue moon. Da, 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 da. So this transmission is from Natalia Alba, ALBA, from StarSeedSoul.com. The full moon in Scorpio, May 18, 2019, surrendering to truth and Earth's embrace. We carry inside us the wonders we seek outside us. That's from Rumi, R-U-M-I. So these energies, I'll probably be posting this in the morning of Sunday tomorrow on Vesak, the Buddhist celebration. But we should be feeling these waves for the next few days coming from this full moon energy. So keep grounding into the earth. Stay in the heart center. Keep walking your path with heart. Beloved light emissaries, at a time when our central sun is helping to awaken the masses, an ongoing process since the beginning of the year, embracing Earth's power is vital to descend this higher consciousness in the physical, co-creating with it to manifest a higher reality. It is so important to ground ourselves and anchor our soul creations that we are blessed with a powerful and at the same time earthly full moon at 27 degrees of Scorpio on May 18th. This is a moon unlike any other, for it brings both a gift for us to move inward and uncover truth, something that cannot be done if we continue to give our power to outer forces and the healing and restorative essence of Mother Earth. This is a passage to honor our personal truth, who we are and what we do with our unique abilities, and Mother Earth, as cultivating our connection with Gaia is vital at this time. As a confirmation of the double purpose of this moon, we have 6 planets in earth signs and 3 in water signs, which is a 9, the master number. As a reminder that all we create in the ethereal and the non-physical realms is meant to be descended into our tangible world, to be enjoyed, to be loved, and to be appreciated. As we are all in our unique microphases, for even though we can co-create with planetary energies, we all have our own soul plan and personal cycles. This moon's essence will serve us for different aims. It all depends where you are in your path. If you need healing, then you could use this energy to work with grounding yourself and be aligned with the power that sustains your physical body. This will serve those who have imbalances in their 2 main chakras, so they can work with their sexual creative force as well if they are not yet bringing into form what they truly desired and is aligned with their soul's will. This is why working with polarized thought as well as the opposite forces, polarities, that are within us is so important, for we cannot create if they are not yet unified. For the ones who are at peace with their current reality, they can use this powerful moon's essence for establishing a higher connection to the illumined realms, where they will descend more truth that will help them to release more human illusions and fake programming that are still impeding them to obtain more clarity about their path and own divine abilities. This will be a time for the ones who are also working with the opening of their 8th chakra, clearing their higher heart, and all holographic implants to be able to open themselves to receive clarity upon their soul mission as well as human journey, knowing how to navigate through reality with the proper guidance. For others, this will continue to be a creational phase, and this moon will serve them to align with this creative influx so they can continue giving birth to the new reality that they desire to bring into form. Since during the full moon we will have the Sun and Mercury, which are in Taurus, trine to Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, we all could benefit from this abundant, loving, and creative energy. We just have to know how to align to it and direct it to dissolve our inner limits that impede us to be the abundant beings that we truly are in nature. This is a time for us to restore faith, as Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto remind us, especially for those who believe in retrograde phases, for the 3 of them are, at this time, in slow motion. Faith in ourselves and our path, and in the unique mission we brought here. It is indeed a time for us to purify ourselves from what no longer serves and to finally ground our essence on earth, where we dwell, where we create, and where we came to be of assistance. At a time as the Scorpio-Taurus axis reminds us to melt with earth, descending our desires in the physical, honoring the aspect of us that allows us to master ourselves and experience the joy of being human. Roots healing, the Scorpio full moon's essence, is a wonderful one for us to go deeper into our roots, as Mars in Cancer invites us to do, and heal anything that is still disempowering us or impeding us to become sovereign beings. It is important that we understand that even though this is a moon in Scorpio, which tends to be all about moving inward to find truth and healing, in a more general way, we understand that this is not just about the moon, but about the planetary energies and what is also happening in the macro, outside of our confined universe, what truly determines the nature of the energies received. As I shared above, due to the Earth's current configuration, this is a month and a moon to focus on the physical side of us as well as in descending our power and soul visions into the tangible. However, with this moon we could go deeper, working on not just manifestation but on root healing, clearing familiar ancestral patterns, grounding ourselves in our sense of abundance as we continue to ground our 1st and 2nd chakras. There are many who can clearly feel, for as ascending souls, knowing our bodies is pivotal, that are now experiencing this traumatic wounds or simply imbalances into their 2 main chakras. If the main cause is a matter of not being grounded, then the main work is easier. going into nature, color therapy, any type of body movement, yoga, dance, etc. can help you to anchor yourself to earth again. However, if the root of what is causing imbalances in the first and second chakras goes deeper, further inner work will be required. As you know, the importance of managing our sexual creative force is so important that two of our main chakras, the first and second ones, are in charge of it. It is pivotal that we connect with our feminine essence, commune with our soul, and be open enough to become the witness of our own human experience to discern what is truly causing these imbalances. When we understand and know the cause of being ungrounded is that we could finally deal with the main reason of why we are not fully manifesting the reality that we truly desire and feeling as good as we used to or as we are supposed to feel. This is one of the main reasons why some people cannot bring into fruition what they desire yet, because they are unaware that their main sexual creative centers are not working properly. Having our main chakras grounded is essential for the vital energy of Earth to be transmitted to our body circuits as it is naturally meant to be. This is especially more important for the ones whose main mission involves to work with the earth fabrics, for if they are not grounded and their connection with the earth does not remain pure, they could not do this task properly. Some of the main tools to work with for us to heal our sexual or feminine imbalances, depending on what is causing it in your personal experience, are earthing through direct contact to the earth, sexual organs and kidney support. This is pivotal, for these organs are constantly releasing toxins and they are also our main fountain of life energy. Implants, especially sexual ones, through relationships, old beliefs, manipulative agenda, sexual implants, whether physically implanted or through programs such as porn, etc. Clearing these implants is key if we desire to cleanse our body of negativity. Emotional body clearing, debris, implants, old wounds, parasites, etc. Dissolving ancestral familiar patterns, healing sexual traumas, starseed lineage negative implants clearing, Merkaba, gender, masculine and feminine essences correction, feminine imbalances, self-love, worth, abundance, creative energy, disturbances, etc. These are just some of the most basic and common issues that impede us to fully embrace our feminine essence and hence to be fully grounded, experiencing a total connection to Earth, as we do so too with the illumined realms. This is why it is so important to know ourselves, to work on ourselves daily, and the most important, to maintain an open mind so we can realize when we are allowing our old beliefs and our human delusions to destabilize our bodies. If we do not first know ourselves and the core or main wound of our current misalignment, we cannot work with what is not balanced, because we are only treating the issue on the surface, and then we will not be healing it from inside, from where everything shall begin to be healed. Going into the main wound will help us know from where the pain comes. Feeling the part of our body that aches will also help us to know where the emotion is located or stagnant, and depending on the part of your body that is in pain or has manifested the imbalance, we will know the main cause of the pain. Self-love and respect for ourselves as unique sparks of the divine, bodies and purpose is essential if you are working on healing. Feelings such as anger, resentment for what we did not do or did wrong will only bring more unlove and disturbances in our emotional and mental bodies and hence physical vehicles. Nothing can be resolved from a space of fear and regret. When a tiny fraction of who we are is still dwelling in fear, a fragment of our soul splits. Regrets or any other similar feelings impede healing to occur, and we will have to come back to work on forgiveness and compassion before going into further healing. Facing feelings. At the beginning of this transmission, I shared the typical association made between Scorpio and feelings. However, like I also shared, focusing on just the traditional meaning of Scorpio will not help us embody the true essence of this moon. Scorpio is in truth a very profound sign that does not fare navigating between the depths of our soul. However, because of our other alignments from this moon, as it is in its opposition to Mercury and Sedna, we will be presented with the opportunity, especially for those who are working on expressing who they are, to express our hidden feelings, especially the unconscious ones that we have to bring into the surface, or the repressed emotions that due to our fears we do not express as we should. Facing our feeling independently of their nature is one of the main things that evolved beings do. When we are humble, work on polarity synthesis, and cease judging ourselves and others, it is when the miracle of clearly seeing comes. For now we are free of the barriers and illusions that kept us from realizing the truth. Confronting all aspects of us is vital to understand our dual nature and our feelings. When we deny our feelings simply because we consider them shameful or unloving, we are still judging an aspect of us. On the opposite, when we begin to embrace all as equal, knowing it is part of our human experience to feel all kinds of states of being, we have begun the path of enlightened, as we are now ready to accept all of who we are, taking responsibility for all we think, feel, and do, rather than hiding it. Sharing who we are, our voice, and the unique seed we came here to plant in this world is important and is one of the main things we should do, not just for your own evolution, but for that of all. Nothing that we are guided to share is irrelevant, unworthy, or shameful. When we do not fully express our feelings with love, when we do not let our soul express itself through whatever it is that we find natural to do, we are creating imbalances within and in our physical bodies because we are not allowing our soul to share its uniqueness. When it occurs, it often happens due to lack of self-love, fears, and doubts. This is why it is so vital to clear our old beliefs and everything that disempowers us before we consciously step into this journey. This is a blessed path, although it is not free of challenges, for we came here to remember the master within, and it can only be remembered if we confront our shadows and create synthesis between our opposite poles. Once we awake, it is our responsibility, if we truly desire to evolve, to do the inner work required for us to dissolve all that is impeding us to flourish as the sovereign beings that we are. It is our duty to listen to our soul and allow God to express itself through us in this tangible plane. As if we did not do so, we will begin to lower our frequency until we finally decay. As starseed souls and new earth seeds, it is our main task to overcome egoic patterns, clear delusions and magical thinking, and begin to embrace not the journey we have thought was better for us, but the one that our soul prepared for us, which sometimes when we are not yet aligned with our soul is completely different. This path that so many desire to walk involves discipline, devotion to service, constant inner work, and commitment to express what we feel and receive for all. This is a humble path. This is not about us. It was never about us, but about all of us embracing our uniqueness to act as divine conduits. This is why it is so important that as ascending souls we see this journey for what it is, giving, sharing, but also allowing ourselves to receive all the divine wonders, but also the responsibility that comes with it. The moon in Scorpio brings the cosmic gift for us to bring unification in our feelings and lives, as Scorpio is precisely about exposing the inner wounds that are yet dwelling in separation and heal them by creating inner synthesis. This is the gift from this full moon, to uncover truth, rediscover ourselves in personal power, and to use it to heal what is fragmented, unloved, within the depths of our being. Everything that surrounds us is always sending us signs of love, healing, and anything we need at every single moment of our human existence when we decide to align with this loving force and purpose of acting as the love-light beings that we in essence truly are. the personal choice of uniting with what brings you joy and helps you to stay in your natural state of being, or refuse to this loving influx and choose to experience what love is not, is always yours. A declaration to release and surrender to truth. I was deeply guided to share this declaration at this moon time. However, and as I always say, it is important to make it your unique way. These are just one of my own words. You shall use the ones that best resonate with you and where you are now. This is just an example for you to use as your own abilities as a creator and make your own declarations. If my words are in perfect resonance with your own guidance, then feel free to use it. We do not do any more that you are the master and I have to follow because you know more. No, this is called spiritual ego and inferiority, and we do not do anything that disempowers us. What we do now is to help us empower ourselves by sharing and co-creating together, which is why we came here to show others the way to self-love, respect, and sovereignty. First of all, we call upon our unified self, guides, and all the love light beings with whom we have chosen to co-create with. We all tend to work with different beings, energies, and embrace the protection given to us by these illumined forces is vital. After that, we are ready to begin our declaration by being in a peaceful and empowered state of being, as well as surrounded by a loving environment and other companions, such as crystals, etc., that we may feel guided. So this is the declaration. I state your name, call upon my unified self, monad, and guides who assist me on my human experience, and who only come from the love, light, truth, and unity of God to help me release any old self and hence reality, embracing the one that is aligned with my soul's true desires and will. Thank you for helping me protecting my personal and sacred space of everyone and everything, incarnated or not, who do not belong to the light and unity of God. Thank you for co-creating a new desired reality with me and through me. Thank you for your love, light, truth, and assistance, beloved soul family. With the divine power that dwells within me, I now set the pure intention to release all fake concepts and magical delusions that have defined who I was and am meant to be, removing all assumptions that have ever imposed on me. I now declare that there is no outer power that can determine who I am or can be, and therefore shape me in any way, for I am the power that creates, transforms, and decides who I become, and do with the abilities given to me by Divine's will. I now surrender to the truth of who I truly am, to God's desires, and to what this higher intelligence has chosen to do through me. I now clear all parallel past, present, future timelines, dissolving past energy and all beliefs that have trapped me within a limited view of what I truly am. I now cancel all wrong programming that is still active within my body's cells, impeding them to fully act as one, fulfilling their unique mission within my sacred human body. I am ready to surrender and accept who I am, who I always was, and embrace my true soul destiny and power. I choose to accept my divine legacy and descend it into this physical realm, being grounded to earth as I am to the illumined realms that birthed me. I choose to dwell in unity and stillness and in love, above any other form of human illusion, separation, or fears. I now thank all that has served me to realize, appreciate, honor, and accept my inner beauty, power, and unique abilities, choosing at every moment to use them only to be in service to all physical and non-physical love-light beings, creatures and forms of consciousness of this universe, and all multiverses, for I am one dwelling in all spaces, dimensions, and timelines within creation, as the essence of who I am knows no limits, for it only sojourns in truth, love, and divine bliss. And so it is, and it will be so by grace, and in a perfect way for all. I thank my unified self, guides, and the forces of life, love and light of this universe and all multiverses for the assistance in this declaration and in my human life experience. With infinite love and gratitude, state your name. I hope this declaration of intention helps you in your path. I received it one night, woke up and wrote it for all, with great love and respect to your unique journey. I hope that you recognize your power, value, and all you are and do for all. I hope that you manifest the magnificence of who you are as well as the reality that you truly desire and deserve, beloved companions. Have a magical and blessed moon. In love, light, and service, Natalia Alba. So that's from StarSeedSoul.com. I'm Paul from PrimeDisclosure.com. Thank you for joining me here today on this most auspicious full moon energy as we join together to manifest our passion, our joy, our bliss from our heart center out into the new earth, out into this new realities. As divine co-creators of light, love, and truth, we are here together. We are in this together. So I want to thank everyone for your support, for your comments, for your kindness, love, and truth. Please share in the comments below this video what you're experiencing during this full moon energies. I also want to thank everyone for joining me and connecting with me on the mission for the healing centers, which the first blueprint will be in Ecuador in South America, in the foothills of the Andes Mountains, which is the root chakra of the Kundalini of Earth, of the central channel of the spine, the base of the spine, the coiled serpent energies, lifting up all life, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, are rising, 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 and dancing together this beautiful dance of life. The divine water, the divine fire is merging, creating the steam of bliss and truth. So thank you for joining me on this mission, and thank you everyone for joining us to raise funds with the CBD business. We have 186 people now on our team to help build this business and raise funds. You can join one of our team members at cbdpeaceoil.com. That's cbdpeaceoil.com. Connect with one of our team members. You can sign up to become a distributor for these organic products, these healthy CBD products, and help to raise funds for the beginning stages, the research and development of the first healing center of our team of 144, and the physical and working with us are the celestial team of 144 in the higher realms. So thank you each and every one for connecting, for your love, light, and truth. Be blessed, be loved, be in the light. I love you all. Namaste.